Alright.
Here is a gun blade guide, you squall loving bastards. Gunblade is a very tanky weapon that gives you an ability to guard. While you're guarding, you will mitigate most of the damage done by your opponent, but it will also drain your stamina for every successful block. Cool thing about it is that you can block almost everything. Gunblade doesn't have any big combos, but it can do some nice damage through its biggest attacks that are unfortunately very slow and have a long animation. I don't believe Gunlance will be a contender for the highest DPS weapon in the game by any means, but it will definitely be one of the tankiest weapons, and in my opinion it is very fun to use, especially when you see your opponents struggling to hit you properly. Unfortunately, I've deleted my footage by accident from the training area, so I cannot show you what I did there, and I cannot show you every single move, but I can explain what everything does. You can forget about the first combo simply because it's not that effective damage wise and for closing range, as it says that it's for. For closing range I would always suggest that you put your guard up and then press a wait button towards your opponent. That's a great way to close distance. Second combo is a really good one because its finisher with circle does amazing damage, and you should definitely use this as much as possible. Strong combo is a combo that does the most damage, and it gives you typical finisher for Gunlance, where you load the shell into an enemy's body and then it explodes. I believe it's something like that. Anyway. Instead of the strong combo, there is a much better version to get quicker to that finisher. That is by shooting twice and then using circle again. So that means pressing circle 3 times. You just need to have your bullets loaded. By shooting twice from your weapon, you are eligible for the finisher, and that we can activate by pressing circle again. To reload your weapon, simply hold R2 plus circle. That's it. It's a really quick reload, and you can also spam shooting and reloading as well. Spamming shooting plus reload is done by pressing circle once, then holding R2 and spamming circle over and over again. You will fire a shot, reload, fire a shot, reload, fire a shot, reload. I honestly don't know if this is effective, but it's a fast way to shoot and constantly have your ammo max, but it's still a neat little trick that you can implement whenever you see fit. Another good attack that's got a low damage but is rather safe is by holding R2 button for guard, and from guard poking your enemy with triangle. This move is really safe because it will let you get into your guard quickly. But be warned, whenever you are in the middle of the attack animation, you are not guarding, so you are eligible to take damage. The last move is called something like Wyvern Blast. No idea, I really can't remember. Anyway, this is done by holding guard button, that is R2, and pressing triangle and circle at the same time. This will start a charging period for a huge, most damaging attack of this weapon. While you're charging, you can aim where you want to disperse that charge. So be sure to aim at your enemy, because enemies will not stay at one spot waiting for you to charge that completely. Problem with this is obviously to hit an enemy, so you need to really time it perfectly when enemies are tired or when they are on the ground, up to you. Problem with this move, except that it has a long charge time, is also that it's got a long cooldown time. You will see the orange color on your gun lens, and that will indicate that currently you cannot use Wyvern Blast anymore. You need to wait for that orange color, for that light to turn off, then you can use it again. Now that we're done with the techniques, I'm gonna leave in the background some fights, and also I'm gonna talk how to actually use the Gunlance. Gunlance, as I said already, is a tanky weapon that restricts your maneuverability a lot, but then again you don't even need to move around a lot with this bad boy because you can block all of the attacks anyway. Close the distance either by doing frontal rising slash, by pushing forward and using triangle, but that's not the move that I prefer. I prefer using guard plus evade to move around a bit and therefore close the distance like that. Combos are meant to be used whenever you see fit, whenever you think that you have enough time to pull it off, because they are lengthy combos that require enemy to be in place, not ready to attack you. Then again, there is a combo with 2 shots plus that shelling thing, that shelling finisher, by pressing 3 times circle button. With that combo you can negate some of the lengthier ones and go straight for the finisher. Other than that, use the poke attack from the guard with triangle. It doesn't do much damage, but then again it's easy to target weak points of a monster with it, and the damage will accumulate in the end. Last but not least, the Wyvern Fire attack should be used when the monster is tired or on the ground. It does the most damage and it's cool as hell as well. Watch out for the cooldown, don't forget to reload after using Wormstake Cannon finisher, and don't forget to reload your shells that you use by simply shooting with circle. By the way, Wormstake Cannon is the finisher that we do in combos where we put that shell inside the chicken's arse and then it explodes. That's basically it. A really simple weapon to use, nothing that technical here. Just use these couple of moves that I've shown you and you should be alright. You should not have any issues with enemies. Your damage will never be as good as with some other weapons, but then again it doesn't have to be, because you're safe. You're relatively safe most of the time. The only issue with this weapon that I have is that its sharpness will deteriorate fast due to all the shooting, which means you're gonna eventually have to use the bloody whetstone, and that can be a problem, because you're gonna have to go outside of an enemy's range and use the bloody thing. But then again, every weapon got its downsides, and this is the biggest downside of using Gunlance. Otherwise, I really like the weapon, very effective, and it keeps you safe most of the time. That would be all for Gunlance. Thank you all for watching, and please put some more info in comments if you think that I missed some stuff, which I probably did. See you soon, chicken hunters.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.